So, have you ever really stopped to think about what makes a local community, well, work? It's more than just cool shops and friendly neighbors. It really comes down to how money moves through it. Today, we're going to break down a pretty exciting new model that's designed to create a powerful operating system for the local economy. Let's get into it. All right, let me ask you a question right off the bat. Imagine you've got $100 to spend. If you go to one of those giant national chain stores, how much of that $100 do you think actually stays local? Circulating in your town, supporting your community. Just take a guess.
The answer might actually shock you. It's only $14. That's it. For every 100 you spend, $86 just vanishes from your town, whisked away to some corporate HQ or a supply chain halfway across the world. Just let that sink in for a moment. $14.
Okay, but what happens if you spend that same $100 at a local independent shop? Well, that number skyrockets to $45. We're talking more than 3 times the local economic impact. And this isn't just some feel-good idea. It's a real thing called the local multiplier effect, and honestly, it's the key to understanding everything we're about to talk about. So, you might be wondering, if shopping local is so much better for our communities, why don't small businesses just buy from each other all the time? Well, it turns out there's a huge problem with the underlying infrastructure. The local economy is kind of broken. This right here is the heart of the problem. Picture yourself as a small restaurant owner. You have 2 choices. You can go the big box route. It's super easy, super fast, one-click ordering, done. But you get generic stuff, and all your money leaves town. Or you can try to shop local. Yeah, you get unique, awesome products, and you're supporting your neighbors, but it's a total mess. We're talking endless phone calls, tons of separate invoices, and half the time you're driving around in your own car picking things up. It's chaos. And this quote just hits the nail on the head. At the end of the day, friction wins. It's not that small business owners don't want to support each other, it's that they literally don't have the time or the energy. The path of least resistance, the big box supplier, almost always wins, simply because it's easier. And we can actually put a number on this problem. It's wild. In Austin, where this whole model started, entrepreneurs lose an average of 13 weeks of productivity every single year. They call it the administrative tax, all that wasted time on manual sourcing and paperwork. Think about that. That's a full quarter of the year just gone.
So, how in the world do you fix a system that's so fundamentally broken? Well, you don't just patch it. You build a new one from the ground up. You build a brand new operating system designed specifically for the local economy.
And this solution is called LEM Loop. The name itself, Local Economic Multiplier, tells you exactly what it's trying to do. It's a B2B, business-to-business, marketplace, and a logistics system. Its whole mission is to make it incredibly easy for local businesses to buy from and sell to each other so that money stays right there in the community. Now, this is maybe the most important way to think about it. This isn't just another app or a website. It's the fundamental digital infrastructure. It's like the Windows or the iOS for a town's economy, the basic rails that it runs on, which it's never had before. Here's another really cool way to look at it. You probably know Shopify, right? It's the tool that lets anyone set up an online store. Well, you can think of LEM Loop as a Shopify collective, but for the real physical world. It connects all those individual local businesses into one powerful, cohesive wholesale network. And really, it all comes down to this simple idea. Remember all that friction and complexity we talked about? The stuff that forces businesses to go the big box route? LEM Loop is designed to be the easy button for local commerce. It turns the best choice for the community into the easiest choice for the business owner.
Okay, so that's the big picture. But how does it actually work on the ground? How does it take that chaotic manual process of local sourcing and actually make it simple?
Well, it really boils down to 3 simple steps. First, you connect. It's a smart marketplace. Think of it like an Amazon, just for local wholesale goods, where you can discover and buy from other businesses right in your city. Second, it's delivered. An AI-powered logistics network batches all the orders together for super efficient delivery. And third, you grow. It has built-in financial tools to help businesses manage their cash flow and actually scale up. And inside that system, this is where the magic really happens. These are the features that directly attack that 13-week administrative tax. So instead of getting 10 different invoices from 10 suppliers, boom, you get one consolidated bill. The platform's AI actually suggests local products you might not have ever found on your own. It handles all the complex B2B tax paperwork automatically. And it even offers credit lines, which, if you're a small business, is a huge deal for managing cash flow.
Every single feature is designed to erase a specific headache.
So now, let's bring it full circle, right back to where we started. Back to that powerful idea of money circulating in a community. Because making life easier for business owners is awesome, but it's just the mechanism. The real goal, the big prize, is to amplify that local multiplier effect.
And here it is again, in a chart. You can just see how dramatic the difference is. The $14 from the national chain versus the $45 from the local independent. The entire purpose of a platform like LEM Loop is to shift as much spending as humanly possible from that little bar on the left to that much healthier bar on the right.
And here's what that actually looks like in the real world. Let's follow the dollar. A local bakery gets a big order on the platform. They use that money to pay their baker, who lives locally. That baker then goes and buys groceries at the neighborhood market. The market owner takes that money and hires a local print shop to make some new signs. See? That one single dollar has already benefited 4 different local businesses, and it's still in the community, ready to keep working.
So what's the big takeaway from all of this? What does it mean for the future? Well, it points to a really fundamental shift in how we should think about our local economies, not just as a random collection of shops, but as a deeply interconnected ecosystem.
And this right here is the ultimate vision. It's to completely change the equation so that going local isn't the hard choice or the choice you make just to feel good. The goal is to make it the obvious, default, easy choice for every single business. It's about giving our small local businesses the same kind of powerful, efficient tools that the giants have had for years.
So I'll just leave you with this final thought. Forget about massive, revolutionary changes for a second. Just think about your own Main Street, your neighborhood. What could it actually look like? How many more jobs could be created? How many more businesses could thrive if every single dollar that was spent there managed to circulate just one more time before it left town? That's the power this model is trying to unlock.